Play that funky music, white boy.
What's in the box?
I think I love retro games.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
I think I love retro games.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
I think I love retro games. Hello, yes, hello, it is me, it is Jace at Retrogames. Hello, do you remember me? Yeah, I was here last week, wasn't I? I'm still turning up. I'm still turning up. I'm still doing, checking the cameras, still doing the show. Yeah, I don't care that nobody watches it. I'm still making it. Leave it there. Anyway, how's it been? Another week of retro gaming. It's been quite a significant week in the world of video games. Now, a lot of you retro gamers are going, why? Why? I don't remember. Why? What happened? There was a big announcement. Oh, come on, slap yourself around the face a few times. There was a big announcement this week from our old friend Tim Cook at Apple. He did his big presentation. Now, you know, I've done it before. You know, I am very much into VR. That's virtual reality, kids. And I was very excited. I was there watching the big keynote, watching Tim. Tim is hilarious. He's a character, isn't he, in his own right. I used to watch the old ones with Steve Jobs, but Tim Cook, he's actually coming into his own. He's like a caricature of exactly how you want him to be, isn't he? I mean, he's just... I mean, can you imagine if he was your granddad? He must be someone's granddad. Can you imagine Tim Cook's your granddad? I mean, a very rich granddad. That would be very nice. Now, anyway, Apple announced their new headset, and the funny thing was there was so much hype about, oh, they're going to announce their new headset. It's massive, and then they made us watch 2 hours before they even mentioned it. Now that takes some big kahunas, doesn't it? You've got that audience. You're gonna show them everything that they don't want to see. You know, how to put stickers on photos on your phone. Who cares? Nobody cared. We're all waiting. We're all like waiting for the end, and then it almost finished. It almost finished, and then he did the old Steve Jobs thing, like when he first launched the iPhone. Oh, just one more thing. The old one more thing, and then, I mean, we all knew. They basically sent tickets to all the websites, all the video producers, and everybody who makes VR content. They'd invited them all to the show. So they wouldn't have invited them if they wasn't going to show something. So we all knew they were playing a trick on us that we knew was coming. I don't know. It just takes massive to do that, to just force. You've got all the virtual reality gaming fans poised on the edge of their seats. No. Let's make them wait 2 hours. And then, I mean, this is the biggest kahuna move. Show no games on it at all. Let's show no game. Yes, we've made the best headset. I mean, it looks phenomenal. Phenomenal. It looks amazing. Amazing resolution. Amazing. Being able to, you know, sit comfortably. It looks like they really have pushed the boundaries. I mean, Meta must be fuming. Oh, Zuckerberg is going to be back on stage with his avatar doing a bit of a jig, because it does look amazing. What they call it, rubbish name, Vision Pro. Why Pro? Because Oculus, Meta Pro, I guess. So let's use the Pro. But it's the first version. You hadn't called the first iPhone Pro, did you? I don't know. Why have we got the suffix Pro? I don't like it. And also Vision Pro. Apple Vision Pro. Vision. I don't know, it's going to be glasses. It could just be normal glasses. You go down to Specsavers, you get your Vision Pro. I've got the Vision Pro lenses. Yeah, they're professional. They're professional lenses. So yeah, I don't like the name. It should have been called something like Hercules or, you know, Dreamcast. Well, it could have been, couldn't it? Could have been Dreamcast. Would have been a better, more suitable name. Like something a bit more ethereal, something a bit more exciting, something a bit more fantasy. But yes, they did not show any games. The machine is capable of bringing really super duper high fidelity gaming, all those, you know, it's going to be as powerful. It's going to be able to put PSVR stuff, quality sort of stuff on a headset. But they didn't show anything. They did show a lot of PlayStation 5 controllers during that presentation, which I thought, well, they must be friends with Sony, wasn't they? There must be. I think there's a lot of news to come. I mean, they dropped the massive drop was, oh, it's not coming out till next year. It's not coming out till, it costs an absolute fortune and it's not coming out till next year. But you know, we've got plenty of time to get you all excited about it. And even since it was shown, it's now shown that Rec Room's coming out for it. So there's loads of games in Rec Room and that's going to be native to it. So there is going to be proper gaming on there. Even though it's got no proper controllers, just hands, just your hands, jazz hands. Imagine this could be like the perfect move in one of those future games that's coming. I've like got it down pat and the game's not even come out yet. Oh my god, he's level 17. Unbelievable, unbelievable. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be I know a lot of you don't give a monkeys about VR. You don't see it as the future of video games, but it was a massive thing. And as much as people hate the closed system of Apple, I'm going on a bit, I know, I'm sorry about that. We will get to the box. The closed system, they will have a big app store and it will attract thousands of developers. And before you know it, there'll be so much content you won't be able to even keep track of what's come out. And that's exactly what happened with the iPhone and the iPad. The app store got so huge that you'd had to be looking at it every single day and you'd still miss loads of stuff that was coming out. And I'm sure that's what is going to happen with the Vision Pro. There will be tons of amazing VR content. I think this is it. I mean, I know it's really expensive. They've already said they're making a cheaper version. But yeah, I'm hoping I can get one and bring it on the show and show you all guys. My absolute favourite feature of it, which was ignored, and I'm quite into photography, hard to tell, but I'm quite into photography, is you can just press the button and you can record what you're looking like in a 3D scene. So if you was like playing with your kids or playing with your grandkids, or you know, it's Christmas, you're walking around, you record it, and then at your leisure you can play it back and in a proper 3D environment and actually relive. It's a time machine. It's basically a time machine. Thanks, Tim. Let's get on with the box, shall we? So what's in the box this week? Well, we've been still testing lots of hardware. I said we would, but we did list a few games, so we've actually got some games on the show today. Yeah! Yes, we had to have some games eventually. So let's start with some hardware. Let's start with hardware. What about this? That's my line. Yeah. What about this? Come on, Tim, you should use that one next time. This is for the Commodore 64. We've had these in stock before. They're unusual. It is a Koala Pad. I don't think we showed this on the channel before. It's a Koala Pad. That is a touchpad. A touchpad for the Commodore 64. I know, before, you know, you're thinking, well, hang on, that's like Nintendo DS. No, we had touch screens well before Nintendo DS. It has a little sleeve. This thing pops in inside. Hang on, this pops in like a little clear. It's got that grey feel. It feels a bit like an Etch-a-Sketch. And it comes with a stylus. I know, before its time, Koala Pad. It is a graphics touchpad, and you just like draw like that, and then it would come on the screen. Comes with a disc. This is Koala Painter. It's just an unusual thing. We've had a couple in stock before. They go very quickly, and we've got one more Koala Pad in stock. Is it still? No, it's gone. It's gone now. It might have gone already. But anyway, you saw it on the show. What's next in the box? I think I've got everything contained in the box. Not getting any machines out today. Let's go with hardware again. Let's stick with Commodore. This is something like, you know, this program's getting too techy when I'm bringing out stuff in static-free bags. This is a Zoom Floppy. Now, what is a Zoom Floppy? He's got his floppy out on the show again. I can't help myself. This is a Zoom Floppy. Now, what the heck is that, you're thinking? If you're like me, you think, I just like the old stuff. What are you talking about? What's that? I haven't seen that. That's not from the 80s. No, it's not. It's a Zoom Floppy, and basically it lets you connect any Commodore 64 disk drive, like your 1541, to a PC to download and load software and dump it. Yeah, very nice. I mean, that's quite a cool device for you. If you're an archivist, you want to dump all your games on there. I guess also record stuff onto a disc, onto a 5¼ inch floppy from your PC, download the image and then convert. I mean, I guess that is all possible with the Zoom floppy. Unusual thing, never had it in stock before, just thought I would show it on the show. More hardware, what we got now? Now this is something, it's a bit grot bags. It's a bit grot bags. This is, I don't know why they made these. Some things you just think, why did you make it? Show it, Jay, show it. This is a Game Boy Advance radio. Yes, radio. You want to stick this thing in your Game Boy Advance. I mean, they've made it cool. They've made it transparent. I can't get it out of the packet. It is actually sealed. I mean, the packet's a bit old. It's been stored for a long time. But it is still sealed. Comes with its own very, very cool headphones. I can't imagine anyone ever using those. It's in that beautiful skeleton design. You can see the works. It's, well, what can you say? I mean, it plugs into the expansion port on the like the multiplayer connection port on the Game Boy Advance, and you can tune in the radio. It's made by Wild Things. It's the size of a standalone radio. That's the thing. It's a complete radio, but they can make a pocket radio possibly smaller than this. I think there's definitely pocket radio smaller than this, which don't have to plug into the Game Boy. So it's just one of those bizarre things, isn't it? Bizarre thing. Game Boy Advance radio. Move on, Jace. Okay, let's have a look. We've got some games. Games. Let's stop it. Stop it. This is a game for the Amiga, Commodore Amiga. This game is called The Clue. I do believe this is it's a translated French game, I believe. Who's it by? It's by Neo Software Productions GmbH, so they're definitely not a UK company. Let's check out The Clue. Yes, it is an adventure game, a graphic adventure game. I wish I had the time to play games like this anymore. It's very good condition. I'd say VG, 7 out of 10 I reckon. Then we've got the manual. And the discs, of course. That all helps. 4 discs of puzzling adventure. Yes, let me just read the story. The time is the 1950s, the location is London. Your role... Okay, you play a guy called Matt Stuyvesant. I didn't make this up. Matt Stuyvesant. Matt is a very poor but ambitious thief who finds the stresses of life are too much. To improve his standard of living, he decides to commit the ultimate robbery and steal the crown jewels. Yeah, you play the bad guy. You are out to deceive the police. So, an interesting adventure game. Let's move on, Jace. Please, move on. Okay, what about this? This is just a compilation, but it's a nice thing. It is Football Crazy from Anco. First time we've ever had this on the Amiga in stock. It is 3 classic Anco games. That is Kick-Off 2, Final Whistle expansion, and World Cup 90 expansion, plus Player Manager, which a lot of people rate as a very good Amiga football management game. There's the back of the box. Yeah, I mean... Kick-Off is the seminal best football game on the Amiga. I would stick that. It's better than Sensible Soccer. It was the original. And you know what makes Kick-Off so good? The ball doesn't stick to your feet. You actually have to chase and dribble properly. It doesn't just stick to your feet. You don't just like, oh, there's the ball, it's glued on. I can just run now and it's miraculously just coming with me. No, if you just knocked it the wrong way, you're running after it. And it's like scattering for the ball. Brilliant game. Kick-Off. You're agreeing? Kick-Off on the Amiga. Brilliant. Okay, what we got next? What about this? This is Skeleton Crew. Skeleton Crew for the Amiga. Check it out. Yes, Skeleton Crew. What a soundtrack. Check this on the intro.
Spine ribbon joint. Emerge.
Ah, yeah. Now, the game itself, yeah, pretty cool isometric blasting game. I mean, Skeleton Crew is kind of sounds like more gothic than this, but Yeah, I like this a lot. And did this game also come out for Saturn? I'm sure, didn't it? Skeleton Crew. But it's a core game, core design. You know, they brought us Tomb Raider. It's in nice condition. It's nice condition. This is an AGA game. That means it's for Amiga 1200 and compatibles. Amiga 1200, brilliant, and the 3000 and stuff like that. And yeah, 3 discs. What more do you want to see? That is Skeleton Crew. We're racing through, aren't we? It's a nice, concise episode today, apart from my rambling about Tim Cook. I couldn't help myself. It's been an exciting week sitting through that 2-hour marathon. Okay, next game. Now this is a classic. This is Bill's Tomato Game. This is by Psygnosis. Psygnosis. This is a game based on tomato sauce. We say tomato sauce. I know up north you guys say red sauce. My wife says red sauce, but no, this is tomato sauce game. It's sponsored by Heinz. I know, it's mad. And it's a Sega. They got desperate at the end. Carl Lewis Olympics. That cliffhanger game I showed you. And then Bill's Tomato Game. They kind of went down the toilet. They still got the nice design of the lovely boxes. Actually, you know, image quality, even that picture is nowhere. It's not like the Roger Keane. Is it Roger Keane? Roger Dean pictures on those original Psygnosis issues. Roger Keane's from Crash. What are you on about, Jace? And you can see that it's in the tomato sauce. It's in the Heinz shape there on the back. Isn't it strange? Strange. Let's check it out. Bill's Tomato Game. Now we've got a bit of intro. Do you remember when Psygnosis games like Awesome and even the early ones like Shadow of the Beast and all those games, they had brilliant CGI style intros, like ray traced intros that get you so excited. They would take a whole disc. I remember Awesome, the whole first disc is just the intro. And this is before Toy Story. It's before all those, you know, these sorts of graphics are everywhere now, but back then seeing computerized graphics as your intro was one of the highlights of getting a Psygnosis game. Well, check this out. It's like a cartoon about 2 tomatoes escaping from a van. Yeah, and they go back to where they came from. 2 tomatoes. And they're having a nice time. I don't know what this creature is. It's a flying bat monster. Takes one of the tomatoes away. Yeah. And that was the first disc of the game. That's it, the whole thing. Now, the game itself is... I find these games irritating. Put the platforms in the right places, a few little gadgets, and try and escape the screen. Get everything exactly the right place. It just aggravates me. It makes me feel angry that you have to get this stuff in exactly the right position so that it works. You get it wrong, you got to start again. I don't know, we've grown out of this genre, haven't we? It's not just me, is it? It's not just me. This makes me feel sick. And as soon as you finish this level, you're going to get to the next one. It's going to be slightly different. Let's go, press play. Yeah, jump. Yeah, I did it. Oh no, I've got to do another level. So here we've got the inner box. It says here, in the interest of conservation, this inner carton is produced from recycled biodegradable material. Ahead of their time, weren't they? Ahead of their time. Don't throw it away though. Don't throw away your boxes. Oh no, put it in the recycling. Well, you've just destroyed the value of your game. And here's the contents here. Now we've got the manual. Got the manual there. It does have scores or codes written on the back, which is a big shame. But that is the manual. Got the disc, single disc game. Not much coding going on there. We got the this bookmark. It's like a bookmark. Let's get that on there. It's bookmark with like some extra rules. It's kind of a Lemmingsy feel to that as an insert. And it comes with a sachet of tomato sauce. I'm not sure this is original, but it does come with tomato sauce. And there is a warranty card thing. Yeah, anyway, an unusual game. Bill's Tomato Game on the Amiga. Just showing, it's not all glamour and glitz on the Amiga, is it? It's not all classics. And ramming that point home, let me show you this. Now this is a game by Wicked Software. They are wicked. This is 50 great games on the Amiga. 50 great games on one compilation. Not games you've ever heard of. Let's check it out. So welcome to 50 great games, and the first one is Othello, but they've cleverly called it Plop Plop. That's the only good thing about it. It's called Plop Plop. You're not going to believe this. This is on the same compilation. Othello. It's exactly the same game. It is Othello, but it's not called Plop Plop. I know. I can't believe that there's two Othello games on the same compilation. Okay, what about this? This is Breakout, but in 3D. You're going to need your 3D glasses for this. You know, the old ones with the blue on one side and the red on the other side. It's ridiculously slow. The idea's there. I mean, I like to see stuff in 3D if I can find the glasses, but it just doesn't work. Okay, take the money. This is a single screen, not even a whole screen. Boulder Dash game. It's awful. I mean, most 8-bit computers better than that. Frantic Freddy, like Chucky Egg without all the fun. Very, very boring. I think this might have come out on its own. I'm sure this is a budget release I've seen. Apart from the chirpy music, there's nothing going for it at all. Now, if there's one thing you know about me, it's I love top-down racing games, but this is no Super Sprint. Oh my goodness, one car, just one car, and oh, what incredible animation as you crash. Just stuck, you just stopped. I mean, this programming was the work of moments. Galaxy Fight. Yeah, simple version of Galaga, Galaxian, but with awful sound effects, like just nasty samples. It's smooth-ish. You could play it for a few minutes, maybe. Okay, welcome to Triclops Invasion, or Triclops Invasion. It's a target-based shooter with the slowest frame rate I have ever seen. I mean, this frame rate is so slow the game shouldn't exist. And the graphics, if this was running fast, it might look pretty decent, but oh my goodness. Yeah, I pressed fire about half an hour ago. What about this Turbo Maze, the opposite, super fast version of 3D Monster Maze from the ZX81, but without a monster. Pathetic. Now we're getting really low now. This is an awful Frogger game. Honestly, the Spectrum game's 10 times better than this in 16K. I can't believe this is a 16-bit game. Atrocious. Haze Man, very iffy. Pac-Man game, he's facing the wrong way. Just terrible. And the best till last, this is Fun Factory, and very cheeky. That is Mario, isn't it? Come on, Nintendo, you should have sued Wicked Games for this compilation, because they've ripped you off. This is Mario Cement Factory, or a very poor version of it. Oh, come on. Put me out of my misery, quick! So as you can see, they're kind of public domain level, kind of basic, boring, rubbish games. But there's 50 of them. It's like that Cascade 50, but I guess. There is menus at the beginning of each disc. No instructions, and they've just got a list of the games. And you've got 3 discs there. 3 discs of content. I mean, I don't know, it's not exciting, is it? But there's a lot of content there. And there we come to another quite short show. It's good though, wasn't it? Was it good? Was it? Try again next week. We'll try again next week, but until then, happy retro gaming, retro gamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
Well, if anyone's noticed those short videos I've been putting on, they're hit and miss, aren't they? One week you get 1,400 views, one week you get 2. It's strange.